to the E to the Mo to the E to the.
Moesha is a black sitcom that aired from January 23rd, 1996 to May 14th, 2001. The show focused on the life of an upper middle class African American family seen through the eyes of a teenage girl, played by R&B singer Brandy Norwood. It became an instant classic for a generation due to the portrayal of a young black girl navigating friendships, romantic relationships, family drama, and in general, life. Something else the groundbreaking show is also known for is its 90s fashion and its celebration of black designers. Have you ever wondered who made this feat possible? The costume designer behind the iconic fashions of both Moesha and its spinoff The Parkers was none other than Yolanda Braddy. Here's the story behind it all. Yolanda Braddy is a native of Cincinnati, Ohio. She first developed her sense of style when she started redesigning her school clothing into fashion prototypes at a very young age. During a family visit to Nashville, her interest in fashion was piqued even more. It was during this very same visit she learned to sew and create unique patterns and styles. Shortly after returning home, she started designing and sewing clothing for local artists, including Belinda of Midnight Star, Sly Fox, and The Deal. Braddy went on to attend cosmetology school for makeup. After attending school and once some time had passed, she made the fateful decision to leave Cincinnati and move to Los Angeles to further pursue her dreams. Braddy started her career by doing extra work, learning how television and film sets work. She was a regular extra on Star Trek The Next Generation, where she made friends with the costume department and was then recommended to Jim Alvarez at NBC, beginning her career as a costumer. She started as a costumer on the NBC birthday and Christmas specials, along with the soap operas. Braddy then worked her way up to an assistant/shopper for ABC's long-running soap opera, General Hospital. Braddy went on to work for other productions, including, but not limited to, the iconic sitcoms Martin and Living Single, before landing a coveted position with Moesha, as well as his spinoff, The Parkers. In addition to The Parkers, Braddy went on to style Monique and her background dancers when they performed the Crazy in Love dance at the 2004 BET Awards, of which Monique was the host. As well as styling Queen Latifah as she hosted the AMAs alongside Tom Jones and Lori Morgan. Braddy's additional credits include wardrobe stylist for the NFL Network and costuming credits for Little Black Panther, Blankman, Me and the Boys, Space Jam, Ambushed, Brothers, TV pilot Grown Ups, and Second Time Around, just to name a few. In addition to her costuming credits, Braddy has not only acted in 2 productions to date, Shayla's Catch and Shayla's Catch prequel, but she also started a jewelry line, FLP by Nicole Murphy, with her best friend, former model and ex-wife to comedy legend Eddie Murphy, Nicole Murphy. Standing for Friendship, Love, and Peace, the line was launched in the spring-summer of 2010.
Okay, so these pieces are, like I said, these are the cuff bracelets. We make these by hand, which is unisex, which is great. Like I said, Ozzy Osbourne, Trey Songz, Russell Brand, Lenny Kravitz. They're wearing it. Yeah, they're wearing the whole line. Also, these are coconut discs. These bracelets are made out of. This is an African vinyl recycled disc, and they come in different colors. It's what they use in the tribal ceremonies. And then, let's see, these are actual pieces that Russell Brand wore in his wedding, because they did a whole Indian theme where he wanted this color, so we made these specially for him. So he wore those in his wedding. He also wore these on the Ellen show, which are really, really cool. They also come in black. And I actually took these to the Hamptons and sold these to the girls up there, and they put them on with their cute bikinis, and it looked really, really hot and sexy. And it's great when you layer it. And then we have pieces that are also, this is a really nice piece too. It's all chain with the pave diamonds on it. That too, with the beads.
They're good together.
Yeah.
And this is a magnet.
Yeah. It's easy. And then we have pieces that are also under 100, which are stackable. These are like $10 each with the FLP sign on them. And then these are under 100 as well. And then we have these are like 100 each because they have the pave diamonds on there, but these are great stacked on. Same with these, and then these are under 100 as well. And this is the FLP logo on the little charm bracelets and stuff. And that's it.
What made you decide to do a collection?
You know what? It just kind of happened by chance. Years ago, I used to sit in my bathroom and sit on the floor for hours and just disappear and just start making bracelets and necklaces. And eventually people kept saying, "Where'd you get that from?" And I was like, "Well, I made it." And they were like, "Well, can I get one?" Then my best friend here, she did the same thing on her own. And then we kind of collaborated, came together, and started making this collection.
Cool.
So it's been fun for us.
Prices ranged anywhere from $50,000 to $10,000. The jewelry was sold on its website, as well as boutiques in LA, Refinity in Santa Monica, and a store called Church. FLP by Nicole Murphy experienced major success. However, per the jewelry line's Instagram, there has been no updated post since 2021, and the website no longer appears functional. Braddy's work in the fashion industry is still continuously ongoing, however, with her currently working as tour stylist to legendary group the Isley Brothers. When asked by Women's Wear Daily how did she land the job as costume designer on Moesha and its spinoff The Parkers, Braddy replied, "I was hired on Moesha originally as a shopper/costumer. During the prep of the first episodes, the original costume designer was let go for whatever reasons, and I was offered the position. I was so afraid because it was my first big television series of my career as a costume designer. My previous positions prepared me, and I had expected to accept." End quotes. As costume designer, she was responsible for designing every character's wardrobe, along with some help from stylist Susan Moses. One thing she focused heavily on was showcasing Black designers. It was always important for me to emphasize Black designers, especially on the main titles, because they are shown every week, and I felt a responsibility. I live for being able to help and lift new designers. End quotes. In a 2019 Garage fashion piece with Braddy and Moesha co-creator Sarah Finney Johnson, Finney Johnson had this to say: "The show's vision was of a cool young Black girl who was brave and creative in her life, and that carried over in her style. The idea that a Black girl's life experiences would be told from her perspective was unique in 1996 and created space for later sitcoms that centered their young Black female protagonist styles." End quotes. Braddy, for her part, highlighted just how important it was for her to include Black designers in the costuming process for the show. "I always tried to support young Black entrepreneurs like Fubu, Mecca, Eniche, Tony Shelman. Moesha also wore Christian Louboutin. They were just launching and people didn't know. I would buy it at Barney's." End quotes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content.